not muted. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, man, my tires self-sustained. I'm gonna disconnect the red plant here. Alright, now we'll check everything here. Hey dear. Hello, Cheryl, Ernesto, saw Jeremy Higgins, me, James Ewing, whoever else I might have missed. I don't know, but alright, next. Fly air. You can hear it coming out. It puts more air through the hose. Stupid of me. I don't know why I did that. Kind of helps if I hook the hose up to the right side. I'm supposed to hook up to the tractor, not to the trailer. If I know that, I just kind of slip a little bit. I'll get that right. Okay, get you one of these. Don't rely on tire thumpers unless you got auto inflate. I use a tire thumper, but only, who's calling my bitch? Corey, okay. Yeah, I saved the tire thumper for the trailer, because I have auto inflate on the trailer, and I can't check the tire pressures on it. For this, it's just as quick to check tire pressures with an actual tire pressure gauge than it is to check with a thumper. And then I also know that my tire pressure is actually where I want them. More. We'll bump these up to about 110. Yeah, that makes two of you, Tom. Now I'm going to do the rest of them up to 110. You gotta watch out, the temperatures have been affected too. The cooler the temp, the lower the tire pressure gets. Somebody, there's more than two bitches. Yeah! Right here. Join the club, Tom. I know you're a bitch because you were a kilt. And you're always complaining about me complaining. Yeah, you are a cheap bitch. All it takes to get you happy and hard and whatever is KFC. about the 110 now. Let's go to the other side. That didn't take too long with it like that. It's agonizingly slow though if you do it with that idle speed. TMI for you, go on. Shut off the air. Holy crap. 20 minutes. Yeah, I think that's good enough. I'm pulling off duty. Alright, now let's wrap this up. Oops. Alright, now we'll wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, yo. Come on, you guys remember that Dave Chappelle show? Wrap it up box. you belong. Because y'all are bad. Alright, come on, I'm gonna turn it around. Right at 34. I'm gonna do the other side. You are already out of here, huh, Cheryl? Let's see how you are. You have a good night. Now this thing is not the most accurate, but I'll do what I can with it. Might have to give bullshit in for 35.2 is what it looks like. Alright. Come on. Close. Alright, finally. Alright. Finally about ready to get out of here. It's 34 and 35.2. I'm going to be swapping this with a friend of mine in Moriarty. I'm currently in Jamestown, New Mexico. I think I have that mounted a little bit off. There we go. Alright. Let's turn that static down. I don't remember his truck number, but I'll figure it out in a second. I think they... Come on. Okay, he didn't give the truck number, but it's alright. I know the guy. I haven't met him in person yet, but I know him. We've talked on the phone several times. Alright, cheese. That's a load of cheese going to Houston. 705-6449. Is that my seal number? Yes! That's the seal. Okay, I already know about where he's parked over by the shop there at the TA in Moriarty. He said he's already disconnected and parked next to his trailer, leaving me a spot. Alright, I'll probably put some music on in a bit. Let me switch this over to aux. Oops, I need to plug. Don't need the phone dying. Let's get power. Get some power to that, and then. Now I did order a new phone, and it should be in on the 25th. So, and I don't think it has aux audio cable or input. So, don't know how it's going to work out with live streaming with Bluetooth only, because I know you guys have had difficulties with my Bluetooth before with this phone here. It's going to be about 150 or so mile trip. Just over 150 miles, 155-ish. Alright, I need to get Lisa on here because there's a new Scooter album that I tried to send her a link to, but it's blocked in her country, so she couldn't hear it. I don't want to chance to sample it on a live stream. That's why she's probably sleeping. It's already about 1:30 in the morning there, I believe. Isn't that what it is there, Tom? 1:30 in the morning? So I'm working on the video editing for this, for when I went to go pick up this load. You guys may have seen the video I just did delivering at the Walmart distribution center in Shafter, California. And I'm actually compiling the first part of the footage, majority of the footage. I still have a bit to go though, but I only have so much disk space to work with, and I gotta break it into chunks, or at least, you know, just two parts. Usually I have enough to work with to just do one video. I mean, like just do one compilation, but this time I need to do 2 different projects. Get one done first. I mean, the majority of it done first, and then then once that one's compiled, I can get rid of all the source files for that, and then combine the finished part of that one with what's left. Does she have to work this morning or what? I don't know. Because I know sometimes she's been known to stay awake till like 3 or 4, like 3 in the morning. Alright, eastbound on I-40 here. We're just about 100, actually 120 or so out from Albuquerque, from downtown Albuquerque. So we got a JCT coming at us, Blue Kenworth. We got a 4182 Hotel or something like that, or Echo, or couldn't tell what the letter was, but it was 4182. Number sounds familiar. Hard to get up this hill from a dead stop. Somebody should tell Anthony Griffo that I'm live, because he keeps giving me a hard time about not going live anymore. He commented on my last videos and he said, "You're not going live anymore. Maybe you come out here to the east again." Yeah, sooner or later I'll end up over there again. Hey, it's alright, I'll take all the fault for that one. Just like I take the fault for waking your ass up when Carl and I called you up when he and I met up a month or so ago, whatever it was. Hey, you bastard! I'm trying to sleep! I'm gonna drive in the morning! I don't remember what time it was there for you on that time. Wasn't it like 3 or 4 in the morning when I called you? It was funny, I know that. Alright, Ernesto asking where's the load I'm swapping for going. You would not believe it. You guys know where I park my truck when I go home? Yeah, it's going there. Yeah, that's seriously no joke. It's going to Maricold in Victorville, which is on the same street that I park my truck on when I'm home. Yeah, I mean, it was a good time there on night even. It didn't keep you awake too long, I hope, but yeah, we got several laughs out of that at least. Yeah, I'm going to be swapping with my friend because he's, for one, I'm running more than a day ahead of schedule with this load, and I got home time myself coming up on the 27th for my son's graduation. Back and not getting in fast enough for me to worry. And my friend is trying to get home to Texas himself, and that's why they asked me about swapping for this. Actually, his DM, who I also know, told him that I was on the swap board and that my load was going in the direction that he's trying to go. So I've got another JCT here, black KW. 4008. That sounds familiar call. I bought a car in Washington once and then brought it back to California, and it turned out the sales tax I paid in Washington was even higher than my California charges. Be good to not smoke methamphetamine or other types of illicit drugs. With your phone there. you're that much of a junkie that you just have to smoke something, yeah, I can imagine. Anything at all. That's right, I digress. When I did a deployment to Turkey, I did a hookah at a place that we ate at there. Hookah, what do you call it? Hookah. Actually, it wasn't bad. I can't remember what the flavor was, but it wasn't bad. I don't really get anything out of smoking this stuff. It's just something fun to do, I guess, and just give it a try, see what it's like. The rear windshield on this pickup in front of me. Oh yeah, for the most part I do always stay busy. Trying to get work hard toward getting my truck paid off. On pace to have it done in around June of next year. I was just talking to a friend of mine who drives a red Peterbilt for us. He's only got $2,000 left on his balance, and so he'll have his paid off in about 2 weeks, but then he still has an arrearage on his maintenance account. He said it'll probably take about 5 weeks to pay that off, and then he'll have his, and then he'll be the owner on his truck. Yeah, truck's running well right now. Even as of last night, actually, on my way into Jamestown, caught me off guard because my Jake brakes, ever since I got my truck back from the shop in, what was it, the end of January, I had the engine would vibrate and shake and all that whenever Jake brakes were in use, but then, when I stopped for fuel yesterday and early this morning, I would say, in Holbrook, and I was coming back this way. I was using the Jake brakes a couple of times and realized, oh crap, it doesn't shake anymore. My check engine light doesn't come on anymore. TikTok very much anymore, but Double T is probably one of the only people I bother to pay any attention to. Leaving in here, he's done a whole bunch of videos more recently that I've not seen, because I don't know, I just don't like TikTok's format too much. I mean, it does come in handy with all the little editing gadgets it has, but The 1 minute time limit really pisses me off, and I can't stand using that. Plus, I like the format I can run with YouTube, where I can run in landscape mode instead of portrait, and you get a much bigger, vivid view, I guess. Kind of like you're watching on actual TV and not on some damn mobile device. And I can make my videos as short or long as I want or need them to be. I can't figure him out because, I'm going to say it's some good and bad, I guess. Mostly good. But, anyone can say good and bad things about me too, so take that into consideration. He strikes me as being a very well-read and intelligent guy who, just for that, I'd probably get along with him really well. Because I actually feel like I'd be able to have an actual intelligent conversation with him and not, just some stupid shit that neither of us can relate to. But I mean, that one, that we can't relate to each other with. But on the other hand, I've gotten some vibes in past, with comments and stuff on his videos, or once or twice on a live stream, whatever. It kind of gave me the impression that. I don't think he's so as interested in meeting me as I am would be in him. I'm not like going fanboy over him, but I'm just saying, he just seems like somebody I would get along with. We're both veterans. We're both well read on things. We like to research stuff before we talk, or learn stuff before we get start talking with any kind of authority or whatever on things before. I don't just go bullshitting about stuff I don't know shit about. So for that reason, I would think that I would get along with him, but at the same time, I don't know, I get these vibes that the feeling isn't quite mutual, if you know what I mean. And I just talked to a driver yesterday who is new to the company, but I don't remember how. I didn't ask him how long he's been driving, but he has some experience. He's younger than me, but he has experience. But I kind of got the impression that he might even have more experience than I have. But he actually knows Double T and has actually met him in person, I think, multiple times. And he's also a big TikToker. I don't want to go too heavy into that, but kind of got vibes like, Kyle can be a little on the arrogant side. Now, just not talking. I don't want to talk bad on him. I don't know him in person, and I like to make my own judgments on people based on my own experiences. But so hearing things, or even seeing certain little observations, whatever, kind of does make me wonder, at least. Okay, I was wondering about that because I was watching both Double T and a couple of deer grinding hyenas videos yesterday. Which I'm rarely ever on TikTok anymore, but not even to watch videos half the time, but deer grinding hyena had a couple of them on that I swore were way longer than a minute. And I'm like, how the hell is that possible? I even tried to go on tried to record my own video, or simulate recording my own video just to see what would happen, and it still only gave me the 15 and 60 minute, 15 second and 60 second options. It didn't give me anything longer. Pick up the pace or not. I think you're going a little bit too fast for me to try to go around you. So I gather he got himself a new Harley. I know he was looking at getting a Harley when I stopped watching stopped even going on there, but then when I went on a couple days ago, I noticed that he actually did buy the bike. Now, it looks like the same bike that a friend of mine I used to work at March Air Force Base with bought. My friend seems to be really happy with that bike too. I didn't see the front end of his bike, but I saw the back end, and the back end design and the color looked exactly like what my friend has. So I assume it's the same model of bike. Because nobody's ever willing to give space. Everybody always has to be right on the ass of the person in front of them, and then when someone asks to change lanes, they have no option but to slow down, and then it gets where somebody is forced to slow down to a dead stop or a crawl to let them in. New videos of Army, new night vision goggles. That'd be nice to have. Hey, what's going on, Michael? Now you're back with Auburn Express, correct? Not yet. Okay, I thought you'd started again. Well, you said you are going to go back to Auburn Express when you start driving again, correct? Okay. On eating today, just in case I meet up with William later, just in case he wants to meet up and grab my tea or something before I go back in the other direction. She wants you to try and dry bolt take her. What's the reasoning for that? Because you can do a local day cab or something else about it. Well, you're going to be one of these kind of drivers, huh? This person in front of me is a yo-yo. up and down, up and down, up and down. Been doing 70 the whole time. They pulled away from me earlier, but now they're in my way. Would have just stayed behind them, but there's no traffic right behind me, so not a big deal. Speed up after I get by them. I'm surprised, not yet. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Your tanker endorsement already, or would you have to get it first? Do they have baffles in the trailers, or is it just one large cell? Okay, so you do already have it. All right, that's good. Iffy on whether to even try to pass these dot line trucks. Sometimes they're just as fast as me. Hoppers, okay. So it won't be so bad. Like if you have to hit the brakes, they won't. I don't think that'll drive through your brakes quite as bad as a single cell trailer tanker will have. Now I got 4-wheeler extension up, but give dot line a little bit more space before I move over, because it's not going that much slower than me. Alright, now once he's forward, it'll start getting closer to me where, otherwise I was going to have dot line as much room as he wanted before I moved over. Had that conversation last night actually in I think it was the Bone-In Truckers Facebook group. Somebody had posted that they just went back to being over the road after they were like local for so many years, and the guy was basically bitching about how everybody has no common sense, and everybody high beams you at night to let you know to come over. And yeah, and of course that's always an age-old issue. At night, do not shine your fucking high beams. Best either do nothing at all or turn your lights off, or your headlights off temporarily. Or if you don't have the capability of turning your headlights off, flip your marker redder up a few times. But do not high beam people. It's not like I'm not really saying it'll blind people, but it's bad manners. It's considered rude. You might think you're doing the person a favor, but in reality, you're not. And then someone else in there commented, when I turn my lights off, they don't do anything, and I always have to hit my high beams to get their attention. So I told the guy, well, you know what, that might not necessarily be that they don't see that you're turning your lights off. It might just be you're turning them off sooner than they think that you should be. But I said, just because they can come over doesn't mean they should come over yet. And I told them my own process. I don't care what you signal. Now I don't like being high beamed at all at night, but if you're gonna do anything at all, I'd rather you turn your lights off. But if you can't do that, just do nothing. If you're too fucking lazy to reach for the headlight switch, then just be full-blown lazy and don't touch anything. And then just let me worry about when it's time to come over. I'll come over when I'm ready to, regardless of when or how you signal to me. And I also talked about sometimes sometimes you get those guys who will high beam you once, and then because you aren't moving over yet, they'll keep high beaming you like they're trying to get your attention. I'm like, dude, quit the bullshit. I'll move over when I'm ready to. Just because you say I can come over doesn't mean that it's really an appropriate time for me to come over. And my rule of thumb is the closer our speeds are to each other, the more room I'm going to give you before I come back over. I'm not going to come back over in front of you like 20, 30 feet in front of you just because you say I can when our speed difference is only maybe a couple miles an hour. Now, if I'm doing 10 plus miles an hour more than the other person, okay, I might be more willing to move over when I'm only 20, 30 feet in front of their nose. But if our speeds are that close, no way. There's no way I'm going to move over that early. Unless I have faster traffic, like four-wheeler traffic right behind me, and I don't want them cutting you off and going around me on the right at the same time. We got here, this Olympia. I don't know how big that company is. I don't think they're huge, but they're probably smaller than JCT. But I wouldn't be surprised if they have. Okay, you stay back there behind me. Don't come passing me back up just to get in my way. I already know you're going to do that. At night in Egypt, they drive without headlights on? Yeah. Flash other drivers to make sure they're still awake. That's crazy. So you run into the same problem there, huh, Tom? Or sometimes other drivers want to move back over too soon. You guys are all governed at like 65, right? And that, wasn't that made into a law by the government there? Everybody hates that company.
Parking place right behind you, ship it.
I see practically a whole row of open spots over here in Metro too.
Is that one of the paid Petro ones? It's free.
No, they have some reserved spots there, but if I remember right, but most of them are free. And that row right up next to the freeway only has maybe about 20% occupied. Alright, this guy's just a hair slower than me. Don't think it would do me any good to try to pass him, so he's one of those guys. I'm going to go ahead and back it off to 68 and just stay behind him. And then I'll see what happens from here. If he starts to pull away from me, I'll just stay where I'm at. If I maintain pace with him, then that's when I'll decide I'll go ahead and pass him. I can't tell if he's waiting for me to try to pass him first, and then because there's a pickup right in front of him. How much faster than the he's about the same speed. In front of him gets off the road, he might decide to speed up a little bit. So I want to say right there. I don't think I ever even noticed that really and paid that much attention to it. Right here before the 83 mile marker. It's like a crater, I mean, all the lava looking kind of stuff looked like it was like a volcano eruption or something at some point in time, but the way it was cratered like that made me wonder if it's like a meteor impact or something. It's all lava though from prior early some kind of volcanic activity at some point in time. Smoothest road surface you'll find anywhere. Hey Tom, you'd find a hole wherever you go. a lot to do with those potholes getting created there. I got a line of trucks coming up back there. Yeah, a little bit less than a quarter of a mile behind me, but there's like a whole line of trucks in the left lane passing other trucks. Passing me right now. You can see at least 4 or 5 trucks back there in the left lane, plus a couple of cars between them. BFC Transportation out of Fontana. Covered a pretty decent distance. Glacier Peak wildfire. County. Oh, something gone quiet. The Russians. What's up, Icon? Viva la raza! I guess I should be careful about saying that because then Meech will start wanting me to play Kid Frost music. You know, speaking of with militaries, with what's going on with China, I think the U.S. better be careful about allowing our U.S. forces to become too thin. Because China is building a more offensively capable military, which could be a more bigger concern. And then, yeah, it could end up being like another kind of like a Star Wars thing or Cold War. Yeah, if we don't maintain our ability to keep that in check, then yeah, that could end up going pretty bad for us, I think. Hopefully it never gets to us having any kind of battles with them, but say you never know. Economically speaking, they need us and we need them. So it's kind of got to deal with each other to some extent. Damn, Tom, I thought you were an atheist, or no, you're Church of KFC. There's a lot of, let's say my dad, he's a devout Baptist. He believes, from what he's read, that there'll be a superpower from the north, which he believes is China. Now, like I'd say during Armageddon or whatever, they'll come in and basically attack Israel and whatever, and then they'll get the crap beat out of them by Israel. He says nothing's ever said in the, about like a Western whatever. My thought is probably because they didn't know that America existed back then. Well, I mean, some people knew that America existed, and just people who had anything to do with biblical times, or I don't know. I know even Islam. What do they call them? Abrahamic religions, I believe. Or messianic religions, or whatever you call that, where, let's say, Jews, Christians, and Muslims, they all kind of, I think they're all Abraham-based, whatever, and they all have a belief in a Messiah. They just disagree on who the Messiah is. I don't get all too much into the religious talk here. I'm just talking facts here. Or history, I guess I would say history, whatever. I don't know. China controls 100% of rare earth metals. But don't we get our titanium from Russia? Isn't titanium considered a rare earth metal? was like lower quality steel, and it was I guess more prone to breaking and stuff than what like American steel was. What time the Dodgers play? I know they flew up to San Francisco last night after last night's game. They're going to be playing the Giants. I don't know if they're off today or if they play today though. And if they do play, what time? I know the games tend to start at like 7 or so. Put the game on if it's actually on. Crash since 2016. Oh, you're talking about the bridge over in Memphis? Yeah, I read an article. They said they were gonna put doublers on both sides of where the bad beam is. And once they get those in place, they'll take the bad part out and get a replacement part put in. But they said it won't even take months. But they said that the doublers, I think, were supposed to be these are supposed to be done being manufactured this week. .45 Eastern. Okay, so that's so it's about an hour and 15 from now then. Alright, so the game will probably start shortly after I get to right around the time I'm getting into Moriarty. So I'll probably wait till I'm done with what I'm doing there, and I'm rolling back to the west with Williams load. Then probably put on the game. Oh, it's 15 minutes from now? Okay, that's... Wait. Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. Okay. Okay, so I probably put the pregame on. Let's see what I got. he's trying to do a good thing for other truckers, which is good. I support that and applaud it, but sometimes I question if he really makes as much as he says he makes. Oh, you're a Nationals fan? All right. Yeah, no wonder you talked about Steven Strasburg. Yeah, he's a damn good pitcher. I'm really liking how Trevor Bauer's been doing for the Dodgers. Yeah, he's kicking ass. He's got, I think, a 7-0 record now, and doing great.
And now before the blue hits the field, we take a look at the pitching matchup. Presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers, your summer starts at
0.26 ERA.
the sleek new Camry, and get out there. Visit buyatoyota.com for all offers. Trevor Bauer,
Who is this?
2.20 ERA and 30
22 perfect games.
Last time out, he was 7 shutout innings, allowing 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 10 against the Marlins. Believe it or not, Trevor Bauer's never faced the Giants in his career. Alex Wood, former Dodger, 30-year-old left-hander, 5-0 with a 1.75 ERA.
Trevor Bauer's going to be pitching tonight.
He's making his 7th start of this season. Last time out, he went 6 innings, allowing 1 run on 8 hits while striking out 6. This is the first time he'll face the Dodgers since 2015 when he was with the Atlanta Braves. He's 2-0 with a 1.93 ERA and 5 games.
RVT got the words in his reporting at Will. New driver. I thought he team drove with some dude. Last time I ever watched him, he was teaming with some other guy. Are you saying that he's teaming with this new woman he's with?
Just taking the kids to the zoo. There's a perfect Toyota for every adventure. Visit your Toyota dealer or go on.
Yeah, Oral Hershiser, the Bulldog. I remember Fernando Mania back in the 80s.
So much more. Drive home a new Toyota today and start planning for your best summer yet.
Hi, I'm the guy that usually tells you about the great deals Toyota's got on their new cars. But today I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm letting you know that due to unprecedented demand, your Toyota dealer actually wants to buy your used car, truck, or SUV. Any make, any model, whether you buy a new Toyota or not. That's a lot less hassle than trying to sell it yourself. So turn your used car into cash at your Toyota dealer. We make it easy.
English lady.
Let's go places.
Tom, no fan of RVT. What's your concern with him? Are you talking about on Major League MLB video game on for PlayStation or something, or what? It's too brash. What do we got here? 3814 Delta. Not a super familiar truck number to me. like 100,000 plus a year. But he said that he only, I remember talking to him saying one time how he'd make like 1,200 a week or some crap or whatever it was. And said, dude, you're nowhere near 100,000 a year with that kind of week. You gotta be taking home about 2,000 a week to make 100,000.
It's going to be an interesting, I think, matchup with the Dodger hitters against Alex Wood tonight, the new and improved Alex Wood.
Yeah, and is he the same as the Dodgers? Recall the Dodgers have to compare notes during the ball game, which you're going to do anyway. But if you're looking at Alex Wood 5-0, he's 3-0 at home with an ERA of just 1.8. But here's the deal: not to discount the fact that Alex Wood is 5-0, but he has faced not exactly what you call murderer's row. He's faced the Marlins twice. He's faced the Rockies twice. He's faced the Rangers once, and the Pittsburgh Pirates once. Now those are offensively challenged teams, so we don't want to discount the 5-0, but the numbers are and the teams are what they are.
Yeah, the Giants have been very good at home too. 14-4 at home. They're 12.
Yeah, the Giants are a much different team this year than they were last season.
They start tonight 2 games ahead of the Dodgers in the National League Western Division.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Dodgers and Giants first pitch when we
Oh, so the Dodgers can sweep this series. They'll take the lead back from the Giants.
Alex Wood, the pitching matchup. J-Love on the postgame. I'm Tim Cates, the Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network. Enjoy the game, everybody.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers.
Oh, man! Hold on! Strikes out the side. Saves the catch!
Now they were talking about yesterday how I can't remember what the most no-hitters in a single year was. I think it was like 5 or 7 or some shit like that. Or I think like 7 or whatever. I don't remember. But they said they were this season their pitchers are on pace to just blow that record way out of the water, big time. I think they said there'd already been 5 no-hitters thrown this season, and they're on pace to have like 28 or some shit like that. Make money from team driving, but depends on how you run. Like here, people I think who make the most money on teams are ones who actually who agree to do a lot of swaps. And we have a good number of drivers here who refuse to do swaps for one reason or another. Either they don't like the route that it is, or they feel like it's going to be too much time under the load that they're acquiring, or whatever else. Red Bone Trekking, I've seen that truck before. Oh, 6 no-hitters, okay. And 8 is the record? Yeah, they're definitely on pace to blow that way out of the water. I knew there'd been a lot because on my MLB app, it always sends me push notifications when there's something going on like that. Like there's a no-no watch or a perfect game watch. I'll see the push notifications come through on my phone, and so I can tell when there's a team that's at least looking at possibly having one. It's been happening a lot this year. Basilia G is back. I was wondering what happened to him. Because he took off and started doing that coffee business thing with his brother, whoever it was, a while back, and then he came back, and I don't know what company he was driving for, but I know I think it was a reefer company, and it was looked like a yellow truck he was driving or something. And then it just seemed like he disappeared for a while again. Yeah, that's what I was hearing. I guess there's complaints about the new mall being a dead mall. I guess that's trying to counter the kind of more recent proliferation of home runs in recent years or something. Extra speed and spin on those balls, huh? No wonder.
Following up an 8-1 homestand, and the Dodgers are in third place in the Western Division. 2 games behind the Giants, and the Giants hosting tonight's ball game, the first of 3. Hi, everybody. We're going to Open Science.
Yeah, you know, the editing can be kind of tough. You know who I think has a pretty good format for that is Riding with Dave. Because his videos are usually regularly around 20 to 25 minutes. They're not excessively long, but not too short, and he cuts out a lot of the extra, the quiet, not really much worth looking at kind of stuff. I guess I don't know. Maybe stuff's worth looking at for some people, but he just cuts it out. But yeah, let's say when there's not really any dialogue or whatever. Kind of running a similar pattern to what I do, but I make longer videos most of the time. He's a good guy, young guy, but I don't think I've ever met him. For some reason, I want to say maybe he's come on one of my live streams a while back, but I don't remember for sure. So I could have sworn there was some writing with somebody who came on my channel, but I don't remember if it was him or somebody else. Because you get on you look at the comment section on his videos, and a lot of times people are like, yeah, you're so entertaining. And I'm like, well, I don't understand why, what makes him so entertaining. Is it because he's kind of goofy, or I'm not trying to talk shit about him. I'm just, it's like, some people just said I had an irritating voice in one of my posts, Bonehead Truckers Facebook group the other day. I don't really give a shit what they think about that. And to that I'll say, yeah, you try getting your thyroid removed and then talk the same way you used to. I've had people say I sound like I'm like a chain smoker or something, and I don't even smoke at all.
Number 57 for the Giants, 5-0. 175 run average. Chargers trying to spoil that. Chris Taylor, 289 hitter, 5 home runs.
Yeah, I can see. When I watch Dave's videos, though, which I do like watching, I can see his relative lack of experience. So, but I do see that he is pretty decent with general backing skills.
No balls and a strike. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Late on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. The fastball sneak in. It's 90 to 93. Most often throws a fastball about 40% of the time. The other pitches, the Dodgers know.
Dave yells out the window. Dave still or someone else? Or me? As you guys know, I have a bit of a potty mouth.
Discount the fact that Alex Wood 5-0, 1.75 ERA. And here's the teams that he has faced: the Marlins twice, the Rockies twice, the Rangers once, the Pirates once. Not exactly a murderer's row when it comes to swinging the bats. Justin Turner has been struggling for a while. Last week or so. Stands in from the right side, looks out at one out. He hits the runner at first. This pitch fouled back.
Oh, okay.
And it's 0-1 to Justin Turner, who's average.
I don't think I ever heard him talk like that.
He's been really under 300 for a while.
He usually tries to PG, he uses PG kind of words in his videos that I watch.
That's the lead on
Those
the
stuff
line.
where you would have heard me saying fuck or shit or whatever, stuff like that. I hear him saying frick or darn or whatever, that kind of stuff.
Taking the foul ground. It's the protected netting just to the right of the chalk line. Mike Yastrzemski chased it down but didn't get to it. Long strike for Turner. Balls and 2 strikes for the Dodger third baseman.
That is one thing where I don't have, because I know sometimes his GoPro that he runs on his left, on his left, but his right rear view mirror. I know sometimes the battery that goes dead.
The outfield fence is down.
That's where I have the advantage with my setup here because
And Turner.
now I run a dash cam. Well, I need to get a 3-camera system
Turner.
still, but
Back in his game jersey.
like the one that's mounted to my driver's side mirror, that's wired up to my dash cam and
His last name.
never have to worry about it going dead.
Smudge of black tar on his game
It
jersey.
doesn't run on a battery. It runs on the power that the dash cam runs
The
on.
one is there now. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a man, strike 3. And a ball down and in. And Turner out on strikes. That's 2 strikeouts for Wood.
Yeah.
Strikeout, something the Dodgers did too often in last night's ball game. Well, they won it 3-2. 13 punch-outs, but Arizona struck out 14 times, so 27
They just barely
strikeouts.
even started and already 2 strikeouts.
Albert Pujols at the plate. Dodger road uniform for the first time. He hit his first Dodger home run last night to the opposite. You know, that's a take right there. Say, okay, it was down. Fastball looked like. The 0-1 from Wood to Pujols. Swings and fouls back, and it's 0-2. For Albert in his prime with the Cardinals, he got that wide base. Essentially, his feet didn't move very much. He took a swing. He didn't need them to move.
Yeah, more of a weight transfer than anything else.
He's changed it up since coming to Southern California a little bit. He's going to, I guess you might want to call it a toe tap. Buster Posey, the catcher, took this foul ball and looked like he got it off the top of the left knee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dodgers got Pujols now, yeah.
Well, that's what you get when you're down on one knee. Shit.
Yeah, he had a lot to do with them winning last night.
If you're going to expose the upper part of your
2-run
leg
homer.
to a pitch or a foul ball, guess what? You're going to get some extra bruises.
Almost 3-4.
I'm thinking he might do better with the Dodgers than he did with the Angels because
4 runs
yeah,
back.
he didn't have a very stellar time with the Angels, and
The machine.
yeah, he's a home run hitter, and I suspect
Here it is.
his numbers could have been down there. I don't pay the closest attention to the Angels. I like them, but I don't pay as close attention to them as I do the Dodgers. But I know Angel Stadium is not as hitter-friendly a park as Dodger Stadium is.
Run down a laundry list of awards for this player.
Yeah, I remember when he played for the Cardinals.
That's off of first base. 2 outs, the 0-2. Swung out, rolled down to third. Right there is Evan Longoria with a short way to Solano covering his second to force out best there. No runs, no hits.
All right, in the middle of the first inning now. Maybe you know more about what's going on with that than I do. pay that much attention. Do you think he just maybe had not as great hitting coach with the Angels as he had prior to joining them, or was there some other kind of paradigm there that caused that? Can't just be aging, can it? I know he's 41 now. Make some sense. Games against teams in the opposite league and all during the regular season, and down in they play a good number of games against all of the national. Like I say, all the National League teams play a good number of games against all of the other National League teams. So they're much more familiar with all of the players who are generally in.
So far this year for the Giants. First in batting average at 374. 8 home runs, 15 runs batted in. And Buster Posey, after sitting out last year due to COVID-19, really in a great spot with the Giants, but not in a good spot against Trevor Bauer. Curveball drops in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Yeah, the curveball when it's right-hander set to go. He kicks and fires home with a breaking ball outside and low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Crawford is on deck.
I just got one thing to say.
Start.
Take this motherfucker out.
Run average. Opponents hitting 146 against him. His next offering. Outside and low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bauer, after his last start, became the first pitcher in the modern era with 70 or more strikeouts and fewer than 30 hits allowed through the first 9 starts of a season. 77 strikeouts, 29 hits allowed. 2-2. Swung out and rope to right field. Mookie Betts fields the line drive as he comes out of the sun and into the shadows to make the catch. 2 down. Giants coming off the big game yesterday. The final of the series against the Reds. They scored 19. In fact, in that series, they outscored Cincinnati 33-9. And yet you look at the offense, we talked about this earlier, Tim, is that they're 21st down the line as far as team batting average at 230. The Dodgers at 245. Best guy at the plate, we'll get into him, Brandon Crawford. One UCLA Bruin facing him here.
I'd like to go to some Dodger games this year too myself.
And a strike though.
I thought I was going to pick up speed coming down this hill, and it didn't.
261 average. He's driven in 29 already on the year. 0-1 pitch. That is a wicked curveball that may have or may have not.
I'd like to see First Fleet get off the road, though, so I can burn my normal speed without him getting in my way.
I mean, this curveball bounced, I don't know, a foot or so in front of the plate, maybe 2 feet. Crawford open stance from the left side is down on the count 0-2. And a breaking ball bounced foul to first base. Mills grabs it and throw it up into the seats, make a souvenir out of it. No score, bottom of the first inning. 0-2 to Brandon Crawford.
leaving my house probably at least twice a week, it seems. Some of my friends always jokingly call me the most local OTR driver they've ever met. In fact, Eric Wildman was just asking me by text message just before I went live if I was local now. I'm like, nope. Actually, a friend of mine who is a local driver at our San Bernardino yard now told me I should try to, I should consider asking about being working local out of there, but I'll probably wait till I pay out my truck first. And then maybe consider that. I know right now is my good opportunity to do that, if at all, but yeah, I'm sure other opportunities will come, and I want to focus on getting the miles first, getting this truck paid off, and yeah, I don't really plan on going anywhere even after it's paid off anyway.
This is LA Dodgers baseball on the World Champ.
Chicken farms can smell? Yeah, just a little bit. My friend Blake, he used to drive for R.E. Garrison, and that's all he ever, I want to say that's all he ever did was chicken loads with them. That or he worked for JBS, or I can't remember. One of the, I don't think he drove for Tyson. He drove for a company where all he did practically was chicken loads, though, and I know R.E. Garrison was one of them. And he said, he would get so sick from the smell of the chicken plants that he had to leave because he couldn't handle the smell anymore.
Vince Smith for moving up. Yeah, they tried to pitch Will Smith outside. The ball hit down the line. Yastrzemski did what you want an outfielder to do. Run deep, run to the fence to begin with, because you're trying to protect against a ball that goes into the corner that could wind up as a triple. But he made not only a good stop, terrific throw.
Well, he had a really good carom off the side wall and came right to him.
Takes your advantage of being the home team and knowing exactly how the ball is played.
Just a Gavin Lutz is there for a strike over the outside corner. Sort of cut across the plate. Ended up over the outside edge. The ball's one strike to Lutz. And the pitch is hit on the ground, third base side, broken bat. Throw to second, one there. Crawford on the first two lane. One out, a runner at first. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers audio network. The home of the World Series champion, LA.
So you're saying it's a fun little...
Rounds into the force out. He's at first base. Put out at second, so Noisy. Hitting in the 7th spot. First pitch to him, a strike.
See the valley that Albuquerque's in up ahead. I don't know the name of the valley, but I know it's basically the valley.
Angles in the outfield, including the brick walls at different angles in that outfield fence.
Noisy hits a ground ball to short, flipped on to second, and the chance of a double play, and the Giants don't pick it up. Brandon Belt couldn't handle the ball at first base to scoop it up, and it popped out of his glove. So Noisy's safe at first, and the inning stays alive. As Lutz gets forced out at second base. 6-4.
Good feed by Crawford, but the low throw. Belt stayed back on the throw rather than it go out to short out.
DJ Peters, 167, 412. 2 runs batted in so far.
Sounds like a
12
fielder's
games
choice
played
play.
for the Dodgers. Right-handed batter gets
Ultimately.
lefty Alex Wood. No score in the second. First pitch outside, ball 1. Ball, no strikes to Peters. Peters getting an opportunity to start. Dodgers getting a right-handed bat in the lineup against Wood. Wood has the sign, the right-hander stretch. Looks at first, comes home. DJ swings right through it for a strike, 1-1.
Center field fence
escape, isn't it? That's pretty good if they're doing that well, even without their three best players. Boulevard, where the Loves is at on the far west end of the Albuquerque area. Some on the right shoulder looking like they're wanting to get back on. Jackass, you couldn't stop on the off ramp? You have to stop where traffic's going to do 70 miles an hour near you, right? And you can be on an on-ramp or off-ramp where people are only doing like maybe 30 or something. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, when that throttle fights me. So I have the J brake arm. I gave a little bit of throttle to keep it from activating when I tried to switch gears, but then sometimes when I hit the throttle to get it to rev up so I can get into the lower gear, it fights me and it doesn't want to go up. It just sits there like it wants to go back down to idle even though I'm smashing the throttle. Just a little bit, I don't know, maybe a bad habit of mine where gotta have the jake brakes disarmed when I want to downshift, so I don't have to deal with that.
Bauer started the game on one pitch out, and Mike Wazrewski could pop out to the left. And now Longoria out of the on-deck circle is Bill.
Hold your Trini off your truck. Yeah.
He has 8 home runs and 21 runs knocked in. As a team, San Francisco
not that much traffic out here right now. I mean, it's here, but the next car behind me is more than a quarter of a mile back.
31 out of 125. 5 home runs, 8 doubles, and 17 runs batted in.
The disparity in average. Right-handers, 194. Montgomery against lefties, 406.
Bauer's 0-2. That's outside and high, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. This is the first time Bauer has ever pitched against the San Francisco Giants. He has never pitched against them in his career. Curveball low and away, 2-2.
Yeah, that was a curveball. Where was Will Smith's glove? On the ground.
Pitch to McNeely.
Well, if we can call them pitches from 400 miles away, guys in the dugout can see them.
2-2 pitch. You have a knack anyway of being able to read the catchers.
Watching catchers is part of the game. That's what you got to be doing as a hitter. Brandon Bell, for example, when he analyzes that and annotated like the last pitch, where was all the pitches? Outside part of the plate. Well, that tells him something the next time he comes to home plate. You have a tendency to look for the ball away.
Dodgers shifted 3 to the left side for Longoria. Just off right. A check swing. Did he go and appeal down to first? Romero Jesus says he did not go. And another full count, 3-2.
This is the third consecutive 3-2 count. Went 3-2 to Crawford before he struck him out in the first, and the pitch count adds up in a hurry.
Bauer gets the sign from Smith. He sets the target right over the heart of the plate. Now the pitch is swung on, grounded to third, picked off by Turner. He throws on the first, plenty of time to get in there ahead of Longoria. Good pick with a backhand by Turner.
Jim, there's so many different things to look at during the ballgame. Where's the catcher? Does he move inside, outside? The target high, is it low? Where does he put his glove? Curveball, okay, we see tendencies of Will Smith putting the ball down. What about the outfielders and infielders? Infielders have a tendency to move if it's a breaking ball, one way or another. So there's all kinds of things that you are looking at if you're taking in and observing the entire game.
Alex Dickerson, left-handed hitting outfielder, playing left field for the Giants tonight. Bauer gets the sign from Smith. And the right-hander sends one home, but it's high. Fastball. 1 ball, no strikes.
And last point on the hitters, you make the observation of where they are, and now if you come up in a different spot of the ball game and the defense is playing you different, you think they might be pitching you differently?
Perhaps. Pitch fastball up high, and it's 2-0. Talk about the pitch count of Bauer, and again, he's been able to go deep in the
Frisco. And after this ball got into the outfield, it really slowed down, almost to a stop.
Oh, got my. Turn this up.
Some of the ground balls that are hitting outfielders really have to.
Now we fire. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'm having issues with, can't get the headset to hook up. Yeah, I'm about, 8 miles out.
You're 10 miles out.
8. Hello? Alright, yeah, I was having a problem with my headset, getting it to connect. Alright, yeah, I'm in Edgewood right now. I'll be there pretty soon. Alright. Bye.
course, see how they feel tomorrow. He'll continue that rehab stint as they roll to significant steps to getting back on the big league roster. Dodgers will shift against the right-handed hitting Buster Posey, who lined out to Mookie Betts in right field in the first inning. Trevor Bauer looking to deliver. Here comes breaking ball down low. One ball, no strikes.
Back off. You don't need to be that close behind him. Got a pickup here, tailgating CTI.
Jones is now in the Dodger bullpen. Raley was optioned to Oklahoma City. Posey swings and pops it up shallow left. Coming in is Taylor.
Back off.
Number 1 of the Giant 4. Brandon Crawford, a strikeout.
Fucking moron. You got no business being on the road if you're going to tailgate like that.
Now base is empty. Dodgers 2 runs in the third inning on a home run by Chris Taylor after Mookie Betts. A 1-out double. Left-handed hitter. First pitch and fouls it back.
Look at some publication today. The San Francisco Giants said one thing is what I heard. They will outcoach you. They handle this San Francisco Giants position.
Two coaches. Almost went to the backstop.
Right-handed power.
Trying to catch it.
Alright, off we go. On to Route 66 in Moriarty. This will be the swap point. As mentioned earlier, he said he's in the back area over by where the shop is at. I'm assuming he's over in the main area, but I'm going to come back this side first. Yeah, he's not back here on this side. Didn't think he would be. I was thinking he's over on the southeast end of the lot more than likely, based on what he told me earlier. There's a possibility he could be over here in this area right here too. Oh, not over here. Yeah, that's real straight up in front of me is where I had in mind earlier when he told me he was in the back. I think I see a JCT trailer. Yeah, right here in front of me, like the third spot down. That's probably it. Lots of space here. Whole bunch of vacant spots. Yeah, that's definitely something the trailer I'll be grabbing. Oh, there he is right there. Alright, let me get turned around. Shit, I could have set up a U-turn setup there. might just park anywhere else. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably just put it in one of these other spots nearby. Put it on this guy. Oh, is he coming out? I guess he is. Yeah, he's coming out. Dude, you're not gonna force me out of my setup there. What the fuck are you thinking? I remember my first time setting up a vacuum too. Fucking jackass. Alright, wait on this guy down. Who the hell does that? Set up for a force, try to set up a blind side and force someone who's already set up for side side to move. I'm a little bit tight on this connection too. A little bit, I'll be alright. Close to him. There we go. That's better. And off duty. Get out of the way so he can back in.
it does. It's just a different type.
Here's how I skilled right there.
Oh, okay.
Alright, yeah.
You need this?
No. As long as I only even got it printed up because I thought there was even a slim chance that I might swap or drop or something. So it's just a courtesy to whoever so they know that it's at least going to legal with my truck.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, so you got TSCB as well.
yeah.
Yeah, my handle is smoky.
Smokey, yeah. Yeah, they got Jason Ray's wife was the one who gave me my name, the professor.
Oh, yeah.
Did you already send a 13 in, or?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'll take care of it. What was that, 4505 is your truck?
Huh?
What number is your truck, 4505?
Yeah.
There's the truck, 7405. Yes, 34 continuous. I got 6 on fuel, 1 load up. Swap complete. You got a keyboard in your truck?
No.
See how
I'm
much?
going to eventually.
See how quickly I was able to get through this with it?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like way faster than messing with that
hell
damn
yeah.
touchscreen, huh? Alright, so we're good there. I'm gonna get out of your way and, oh, yeah. Clutch is being finicky again. I gotta wait on this other guy to. Yeah. I'm gonna need some of the space he's using so I can move to the other trailer. Yeah, he's waiting on this Atlas guy to move anyway. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here because it's gotten kind of pretty quiet and it's dark and all that too. I'll probably hang out with him too and all that for a little bit. I don't know if he's gonna want to go back to sleep or whatever. I'll probably, maybe grab a bite to eat or something like that and bullshit with him for a little bit before I head back toward California. So maybe possibly stream again tomorrow evening. If it's we'll see how it goes. I'll figure it out, but I say I might not stream. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But I will have more video footage coming anyway. I'm already working on compiling and editing the pickup of the load that I just gave him. So, all right, you guys all have a good night, and we'll see you guys